Filing sucks, bro. Filing sucks. I hate filing. If you're just starting in nails, you know that filing sucks. I can't get it in my head. I'm gonna talk to Tracey about what the hell beginners can do to get out of that rut, make filing easy, and stop this nonsense. Today's vlog, we're gonna talk about filing. We're gonna talk about the fact that, like, honestly, filing sucks. What are some of the best ways to get over that filing sucks vibe? We're gonna talk to Tracey, but I'm gonna Zoom her. Zoom, 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 baby, boom, boom. Just shake it around. For all you youngins, you know that song? Look it up. It's a classic. So, this is what it's come down to, is doing a Zoom meeting with Tracey to shoot a vlog. It's actually good because I like the distance, I have to say.
Loving this. This should be how it's
from this point on, moving forward, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, so the situation is such that we have to Zoom in order to shoot the vlog right now if I want to get their take. And this week, I need Tracey because we're talking about filing. And what I want to really understand here, Trace, is I hate it. I know I'm not a nail tech, and I know that I'm not a professional, but you and Greg have shown me multiple times, right? Sat down with me. We've done Pro Teaches Beginner. We've run through multiple exercises in you guys teaching me how to do nails. And the biggest fear for me, period, hands down, and the part I hate the most is filing. Filing sucks. Why does it suck? Why do I hate it so much? And how long does it take to freaking get better? I need to know.
well, probably practicing more than once every 6 months might be
Yes, okay, this is true, but that initial feeling, it's really hard for me, honestly. Like, I see you guys do it, and I see you just go, and honestly, it's the most clueless part. Like, I can understand gel, I can understand application, prep, all that stuff, but the finishing is so hard. And I know it's that way for beginners too, because I come to this with a beginner's mind. So, like, what's the deal with that?
it's when you're first starting out, especially, it's hard to visualize what you want. Once you have, like, you've been doing it a while, you see the nail and you know what needs to be filed, and you can visualize what you're doing and the structure you're getting and what's going on. When you're first starting, I call it the chicken peck. That's what I did. I did this little, because I had no idea. I knew it was high on that side.
Sorry, had to.
You know what? I just realized I can actually mute you. But that's basically why it sucks so bad. It's because you may know that it's bulky and wide and bumpy, and you're just not sure how to. And then on top of it, you're afraid of hurting the person.
Yeah, you know, like, that's the part that I don't, the visualizing, like, because it's funny, you and Greg will give me direction. You're like, okay, a little bit more, you see that, a little bit more, and I'm like, uh-huh, and in my head, I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, all those subtle details, I can't see. You know what I mean? So how long does it actually take before you actually start to see, you know what I mean? You start to visualize, because that shit's hard, man.
Yeah. It takes a while. It took me probably a good 6 months before I really felt comfortable with filing.
So what were you doing that initial 6 months?
I was faking it. I would get it, but sometimes you would fix something and you're like, I'm not sure how I did that. You know, even like, honestly, it took the whole sidewall thing that Greg explains when he brings the file up on the side. That took me to understand. And I had been doing nails for a while, and I'm like, I don't know what this man is saying. but I think that was just him. I don't understand Greg.
I don't think anybody understands Greg at all, really.
But then I got it. I'm like, oh, the notch, and he brings it up even, and then I could visualize it. And like now I can see it when I look at a nail. Oh, that needs to be brought up.
Yeah, I get that, and this is when you turn the hand to the side, right? And you can see the tip, like it's further down than where the sidewall starts, right? The tip, and you have to bring it up. You got to file so that you bring it up, and that it evens out straight, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's funny because that concept to me was kind of easy to digest. It's everything else. It's seeing, you know what's really hard for me is seeing the upper arch of the nail. I can't see the damn thing. Like I keep looking and I'm like, well, and you're like, a lot of times even in the application process when you're like, see, you need to add a little bit more. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But in the filing process, it's so hard because that's where you get to like really, it's like an art form, man. It's really an art form.
It has a lot to do because you're constantly switching the angle of the file. You're not just going flat.
Right.
I want the tip thinner, so I angle my file this way and do it. I want the back smoother. So there's a lot of, and if you're not used to teaching, it's very hard to explain too, like what you're doing. You have to kind of stop and think about it because initially you're just on automatic pilot. You're just, okay, I have to curve my file this way to get this done, and you kind of start picking up the concepts of what's going on.
Was that for you in the beginning? Was that one of the more challenging parts for you, or is that just me? Or is that like a common thing where like filing, it's legit, like what I'm saying and how I'm feeling about it is legit, like kind of across the board? Do people feel that way? Did you feel that way?
I think it is legit. And I think for me, mostly it was just being comfortable with a hand file. Like I said, I did the chicken peck. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to, I angled the file this way to get it tapered. I didn't understand that. And then it was watching other people and learning from other people and just watching them flow and how fast they use the file, using even just something as simple as using the whole surface of the file, going back and forth. Because like I said, chicken peck is kind of like this. You're using the very...
So I'm trying to time it to your movement.
Thank you. The very end of the file, and you're just going in one direction instead of using the whole file. I mean, things like that.
Even holding the file, right?
Yeah.
Like, because people will take it and they want to go like that, as opposed to like, when you guys showed me you get that nice grip like this, and then that way you can get control and how you hold the hand to offset, the pressure, so you keep its stability is big.
Yeah. And that, for me, a lot of that, getting more confident with it, was practicing on myself. Because then I realized the pressures that I could put down. Oh, it doesn't hurt. Because I was always so afraid of hurting people. You can use quite a bit of pressure. As long as you're in motion and not holding the file in one spot, it's not going to get hot.
I gotta say, I think that's one of the big things for me too, is like, if I'm working on you, I always ask, like, does that hurt? Does it hurt? Does it hurt? And like, especially if I'm filing, like the sidewalls, when the file goes on your skin, I'm like, does it hurt? And you're like, no, you can go. And I'm like, you're right. Because I do, it does feel, you get a little scared.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely, that's why we're always constantly, especially with electric filing, you gotta practice.
Yeah, for sure. That one makes sense because obviously you have that thing spinning, but that's one where I was just in a massive way shocked at how gentle the e-file can be if you know exactly, if you got people, like I've got you and Greg to show me pressure and like speed and like, like it actually can be very delicate.
Yeah.
Just like me inside, like my soul, just delicate inside, Trace. Know what I'm saying?
Apparently it's opposite day.
So, okay. I think that's a big one because I've always, and I still do, like all these things that you're saying, I understand, and I know it takes time, and obviously, practicing more than once every 6 months makes a difference, but I just wanted to sort of get this out there because I know there's probably a lot of people starting out that feel the same way, and that it's okay to feel this way because me having a beginner's mind in this type of like career, nails, it's like these things come up and I'm like, this sucks. Filing is really hard for me. But understanding that, okay, you got to do it 6 months straight every day where you can start to visualize and then working on yourself too. I think that's a massive, massive tip that people can take home.
Yeah, eventually you'll get to the point where you enjoy the filing, because that's when everything kind of comes together. It's that finished filing, and when you bring in your sides and all of a sudden the nail is like, oh yeah,
boom.
Yeah. So then eventually you will enjoy it.
I do like the reveal of like when you guys take the swipe, the alcohol based, and then you pull it over and it's like, or the final top coat.
Yeah,
it's like
you see a nail that looks all wonky,
and
fat and bumpy, and all of a sudden it just it's pretty cool.
I love it. Awesome. I would say that I miss not having Greg on this, but the truth is I really don't. It kind of worked out that let's just not have him on this. You and I can talk about it. What
does he know?